Good morning, guys. It's me, your friend Gabe LT. Let me hit play on this here, and you'll get to see a Truth, Justice, American Way cover that I colored. I did make a video of that for you guys to check out. Whenever I do a lot of work, I try to make some videos of it. Oh, my voice has a nice bass crackle to it. That's pretty good. Let me make sure my microphone is on. It's still morning on the West Coast, as I've said, and I just got up about an hour ago. It's almost 11 here. I was up kind of late, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, not even a little bit. But yeah, happy Wednesday, March 16th. Barrett X is here. Hello, Barrett. Yeah, you can watch me color that. I'm gonna be working on Aaron LaPressy's Wraith of God over here on this screen. But I will have that Truth, Justice, American Way up there for you all to look at. Let me change the window size so you can see a little bit more of it. There, you can see some palettes. There's some Photoshop palettes on the side there. And yeah, you'll get to see that in action. Hopefully that that moved off. But you get to see that action. Steve Pohl's here. Charles Lee's here. Well, it's the afternoon where I'm at in the Central Time Zone, sir. By the way, Central Time Zone, sir, by the way, comma. So I'll say greetings and salutations. And I'll say greetings and salutations to you too, sir. But no, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling nice and rested. Had my big plate of peanut. I always say I have a plate of peanut butter. You guys just think I'm eating a jar a day. I try to keep my diet keto. I know diet talk is lame. I don't want to eat too many carbs. Don't want to be fat, guys. I'm not fat. I'm looking good, looking strong, looking like I'm in my prime. So for breakfast, it's usually peanut butter or bacon or peanut butter and bacon with a big cup of coffee. And we keep the carbs to a minimum. Absolutely. Truth, Justice, American Way is coming along gorgeously. And so is Wraith of God. And so is everything else I'm doing right now, guys. It's all really nice. So it's great to see you in here. Let me, I got to go head over to YouTube real quick and put the link for my great book in the description. For those of you new, what took you so long? No kidding. For those of you new to this, Truth, Justice, and American Way is my independent comic book that I'm doing, co-created with my buddy, my good friend, my pal, David Williams. And hold on, you're going to hear an echo as soon as I start this because it's going to show my video at the same time. Okay, turn the sound off, Gabe. So I'm going to put the link to that right here in the chat. And okay, so I posted that, and then I'll pin it to the top of the chat. So what I want you guys to know, I'm going to pitch you on it really quick. It's my 30-second pitch on Truth, Justice, American Way. I think I've got this thing nice and tight. So everyone's coming to me, everyone, and they're like, this book looks amazing. It looks gorgeous. But what is it? These look like way cooler heroes than any other comic out right now because you, David Williams, and Gary Martin, the three of you have like 90 years of industry experience in the mainstream. But what's it about? I want to buy it, but I got to know what the story is. Truth, Justice, and American Way are America's sweethearts. To say that they are beloved is an understatement. Kids everywhere, they're wearing the T-Jaw T-shirt, eating the cereal, playing with the action figures. These guys are going on the late night shows, making everybody scream and laugh with delight. Everyone loves them. The world it's a love affair, one of the great love affairs of the entire world. Truth, Justice, American Way, and the public. Then one day, the unthinkable happens. Disaster strikes. Many lives are lost. And in the fallout from that, people in the news start asking, did Truth, Justice, and American Way do everything they could to save lives? Or are they too busy being celebrities? And the news, and we all know how it is. The news, cancel culture, Twitter, all the social media. You start looking into their background. And it really looks like they've just been enjoying the high life, hot dogging it, being celebrities. And in many other disasters and attacks, did they do all they could? And like that, media firestorm, everyone turns on them. They go from being the heroes of the world to absolute zeros. The government, the military, their friends won't talk to them. Their bank accounts are frozen. They go underground. They have to go into hiding. They have to figure out who did this and why. Where did this horrible attack come from? And why are they being made to look responsible? Can they even trust each other? Well, they don't have long to figure it out because if they don't do it fast enough, another disaster is coming. And this time it'll cost millions of lives. That's what the first volume of Truth, Justice, American Way is about, from the mind of David Williams, myself, with gorgeous inks by Gary Martin. So there's my pitch on the book. Charles Lee has a comment for me. Well, if you don't want to be fat, may I suggest a substitute for a protein base, aside from peanuts, that would be some type of wild game. I eat deer or wait for it, Walligator. Ooh. I think Walligator is like an Australian alligator, like a wallaby. I can't really do an Australian accent. Michael Bancroft has one naturally. But Steve Pohl says, is this that elevator pitch Ethan was talking about? Yes. I did make a mistake, but in my life, I don't really believe in failure. I just believe in A/B testing. I test something, it doesn't work. Okay, that's a gift. When you mess up, it's a gift. You know not to do it again. So that's awesome. I think there's only failure when you choose to quit. You know what I mean? So yeah. I think I played everything too close to the vest. Showed you guys gorgeous art, blew your minds with the art, but I didn't tell you what the book was about. And Ethan got on me for that, and good on him. That shows he does actually care about me and my well-being and my success. That he scolded me in public and said, Gabe, you're not telling anyone what these awesome looking heroes do. And I'm like, oh my God, you're right. I just said they're really fun and exciting heroes with classic action, but I didn't say how. So I think that picture's really nice. I think I boiled it down. So let's see. Sketch 51, thank you for participating in the art contest yesterday. Your work was great. He only got 10 more minutes of mourning here. And he spelled it mourning like he's crying. I hope if you're crying, it is only 10 more minutes and the crying stops. Admiral Wackass, just grabbed a copy in the ash can. We'll back at a higher tier later if I can budget it. 621, hail Gabe. Hail Admiral Wackass. Keep whacking asses everywhere you go. No, sir. Wally the Gator, this comic tomorrow. Looking forward to. Sorry. The words jumped while I was reading them. No, sir. Wally the Gator or alligator. It's slow and fat and it had as in no fat. Oh, it's low and in fat and as in no fat. Oh, sounds delicious. Yeah, I'm a meatitarian. I have a couple steaks a week. I love to lift big, like weightlifting. It's a big hobby of mine. I'm a big man. I'm not a big fat man. I'm a big strong man. Played a lot of football, coached a lot. I love football. I love NFL football. But I know that comic book people are not the biggest fans of what they like to call sports ball. But I love football. You know what I mean? So let's see. BC, aka the new Dark Shadow. Every time I make a comment, this message pop up out of nowhere. There was a problem with the server 404. Yeah, it's getting really annoying. YouTube really has gone soft. I don't know. I haven't seen that one. But I know if I've tried to write a web address, like a link, or if I wrote a naughty word in a chat, it wouldn't let me post it. Are you writing naughty word web addresses? Are you combining the two things? Thanks for doing the contest. Looking forward to the next. Yeah, I want to do another art contest. And I had to apologize to my daughter for making her the lone judge, because then that puts all the guilt on her for not picking people, And she and I were talking after the show, like we feel bad, like everyone, they took their time, gorgeous art from everyone, and we want to give everyone a book. But you can't do a contest that way. You can't do that. So I had my daughter pick, since she's kind of more naive to art than me and all that as far as illustration. She's a great stand-up comedian. But I thought it'd be better if I didn't pick it. I've been a professional for over 20 years, and John Malin told me it was not a good idea for me to pick the winner. So I shirked my responsibility and shoved it off on my poor daughter. I thought that would make everyone happier if I didn't do it. You know what I mean? So, Busted Cider, I get the joke, buddy. I get the joke, Busted Cider. He goes to apple orchards and he busts people that make crappy cider. How are you doing, Gabe? Have you ever dealt with snobs in the industry before? Sure, there are people that are too cool for school. They show up at Comic-Con, they think they're a rock star, and it's really weird. What you see here on YouTube with me is what you get in person. I'm down to earth with you guys. I'll talk to you like you're an old friend. It doesn't matter. I look at people all the same. I am not a respecter of men. And by that, I mean, whatever your position is, high or low in life, you have value to me no matter what, because you're a human being. And that's really true. That's just how I treat everyone. I don't get starstruck, and I don't look down on people. I think everyone is amazing in their own way. Soon, I really want to read Truth, Justice, American Way. Well, it's coming. It's coming, baby. Let's see. Charles Lee. Well, sorry for the typos and ask for myself. I like my comic books, but I too participate in various athletic endeavors, i.e., judo, play some basketball when his knees were good. Oh. Check out Knees Over Toes guy on Instagram. He does a lot of stuff for knee health. He had the worst knees in the universe. He said he was so immobile. And now he jumps off stuff and lands like a rock star with his knees bent and stuff. And he could train people how to heal their knees. But I'm not a doctor. Don't take medical advice from me. I always say that. BC, aka the new Dark Shadow. What happened to the old Dark Shadow? That's what everyone asks me. Tomorrow's St. Patty's Day. Oh, I got to go out and buy a corned beef tonight. I hope it's only $800 in Biden's new awesome economy. Okay, I don't want to get too political. I know some people here might be left-wing or whatever. I'm just saying prices are a lot higher than they used to be. I think that's a fair thing to say. I don't think that's left or right wing. Prices are high. I feel really sorry for people starting out in life. I'm 43 years old. I had a child way too young. I was 18 when my daughter Minnie was born. I can always know how old she's going to be on her birthday because my wedding anniversary is always the same number. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. I had my 25th in November and she had her 25th in March. So do the math. That's right. That makes me Mexican. At least partially. At least partially. Oh, Admiral Wacker says knees over toes is great. Yeah, for whoever was saying that Charles Lee saying your knees are busted, check out knees over toes guy. Barrett X been working in a warehouse for about half a year and lost a good amount of weight. And that is sincere. Sincere. Everybody, the food is too good that we have in the world right now. The food's too tasty and it's too unhealthy. It takes extreme discipline, but you can do it. Guys, I was a fat body. I was 316 pounds of blubber in the summer of 2012 or 13, and my daughter took a picture of me at La Jolla Shores, gorgeous beach, just miles from my house right now. One of the prettiest beaches I've ever been to, and I've been to Hawaii multiple times. And I looked at that picture of me laying on the beach like a beach whale, blubber everywhere, and it changed my life. And since that day, I have been walking. I walk 2 times a day, like a mile and a half, twice, so like 3 miles a day. And I lift weights right over there. I have the full Olympic set. You can't see it in the darker. Full Olympic set, like I'm at Gold's Gym. A couple 100 pounds of, dumbbells, barbells, plates, and everything. I've been lifting weights. In April of 14, my wife bought me that. So this will be my 8th year of just committed to weightlifting, being huge, being sexy the way I am. You know what I mean? Getting it done. And watching what I eat. I quit soda. I loved soda. That was my dark secret. Soda was my cocaine. I'm not a drug guy. I never tried drugs, but soda was my thing. I would sit and watch NFL football and have 4, 5, 6 Pepsis. I can't even get through one right now, guys. I thank God I've been delivered from eating like that. And what I did is I just didn't buy soda for years at my house. And I started off drinking diet soda, which probably isn't good for you in the long, long run if you drink it for decades. But I figured a year of diet soda is not going to kill anyone or give them a disease. So I did diet soda for a while and got off regular soda. And now I can have soda in my house and not touch it. But at first, like 2013, I just didn't have soda for like 2, 3 years. I couldn't buy it because I just loved it too much. And then after I didn't drink it for a while, my palate changed, which people say I always thought was ridiculous that people say that. My palate changed. I'm like, whoa, this is disgusting, this soda. And cutting the soda out alone just changed everything. But you got to get up. You got to move. I'm not a doctor. I'm not giving medical advice. I'm telling you what worked for me. And the best way to stay motivated, I tell you guys this all the time about your art, about anything you're trying to achieve in life, focus on the current step. Do not look at your entire project you're trying to do. It will discourage you because the whole project is huge. It's a life's work. But just say today, like if you're dining, what I do is this meal. Will I just eat my coffee with cream and eggs for breakfast? I don't put the eggs in the coffee. That'd be gross. But just eat my high protein, high fat breakfast and no carbs because we know what the carbs do. Can I do that this meal? I'll worry about lunch at noon or 1. I'm not going to worry about lunch at breakfast. Do that for yourself, guys. And then when it's lunch, don't worry about dinner. Say, okay, I'll worry about dinner at dinner, and then just stick to it. That's where people fall apart. They're trying to do the whole project at once. There's that old joke like, how would you eat a horse? Well, you can eat a whole horse, 1 bite at a time. Let's check on the chat. Let's see. Julie Pascal, I measurized at the coloring and how the logo is reflected in American Way's head. Well, we'll have to get back to that. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. Thank you. Thank you. And it moves. What the heck is going on? Oh. I'm using a green screen to like make some of the background disappear. So, so the light parts of the drawing, the computer's picking it up and putting in the background I have on here. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's not actually part of the drawing. So, yeah. Charles Lee's coming on that. Yeah, that's an artifact from broadcasting on the internet. When you see this printed, it won't be there. Don't worry. Yeah. So, yeah, anything that's near to like white or whatever is going to show that through just because of broadcasting to the internet and using green screens. I haven't figured out how to fix that yet. So, sorry. It is a free show though, guys. So, I don't have the same budget as NBC Universal yet, but I will outpace them. Sketch 51. Oh, I just missed you. Had to restart his life a few years ago and moved across the country. Last couple of years definitely put a wrench in your plans. You know what you do? And don't take this like I'm minimizing your pain or the challenge in your life, because it sucks. Whatever it is, it's hard. But what I do when the hard things come is I just say, thank you, God, for the challenge. This is going to make me a better person. And I know that seems like I'm blowing off whatever's hurting you. I'm not. I get it. Whatever it is that's hurting you and bugging you and been a huge challenge, it hurts. And your hurt is real. Absolutely. It's totally valid. But all we can do as people is be grateful for it, that it's going to improve us. That's all I've found to do. So if that works for you, I hope you. I hope that helps you. And I also hope you, whatever that means. Good morning, and God bless all. Good morning, AR. That is an awesome story, sir. Don't know what we're talking about, but thank you. You're not going crazy. You are seeing the logo shine through. You're not going nuts. Look at the color palette on the right, all those little colors. See that bright blue cyan? That's the logo shining through there. And again, that has to do with the green screen stuff I'm using. Sorry about that. Let's see. Oh, love God, Bible truth. Soda is the devil's brew. It's just not healthy, bro. No, it's terrible. It is tasty, but since I got off soda like 7-8 years ago, or, oh my gosh, it's been like a dozen years. It's too much. I can have a little bit, like on the Super Bowl, I'll have a Coke. On my birthday, I'll have one, but otherwise I stay away. No, Sketch 51 had a heart attack 2 years ago yesterday at the old age of 42. Cutting sugar and salt out changes how goods high in sugar, salt taste. Oh my gosh. Well, thank God you're all right. Thank God you're all right. I hope you're recovered and staying that way. You can do it. I believe in you. Every time the bad food comes and tempts you, you say no. You know what I mean? You can do it. Just remember, just do it one meal at a time. Don't try and do it a whole month at a time in your head. One meal at a time. Mayfield Jukes, what up, CG? Hail Gabe. Hail Mayfield Jukes. Gratitude is really helpful. Absolutely. Your weight loss. It's a trap. Says the story that was also my weight loss and giving up soda. Yeah, guys. Just the whole thing about exercise and weight loss. Again, I'll say it for the third time out. It's just the day to day and the hour to hour. That's it. And if you screw up, okay, fine. But what you don't do, because here's what I've done when I've screwed up. I eat good all week, and then Friday night comes. You're bushed. You worked all week. You go some movies with your wife, and you get a little something bad. You get some donuts or whatever. And then you say, well, I already had some donuts. I might as well have some pizza. I already had some pizza. I might as well have some ice cream. And you just get in this spiral of failure. Don't do that. If you fail once, it's okay. Let it go. But don't go down the toilet, that spiral of failure. Because that's easy to rationalize in our heads, to just keep going down and down and down. Yeah, my daughter's lost a ton of weight. I'm really proud of her. You know what I mean? And it just gets harder as you get older, guys. So if you're young and you got a little spare tire going, it's okay. You're going to get it off. Just take it meal to meal. Let's see. I don't know this comment. Yeah, don't mind being jacked to the moon. I find something that is funny as it sounds. 8-ball playing 8-ball. Also, it's a good workout if you don't sit down and walk, because it forces you to walk. Oh, I think you're talking about basketball. If I have soda, it has to be loaded with ice. Oh my gosh, soda's so much better when it's just ice cold. Good attitude here, Sketch 51. He knows others have it worse. Lucky to have we have. All right. Bless you, friend. That is an amazing attitude. Because I know your hurt is your hurt, and it sucks. And even though, if you broke your wrist, that sucks. And if someone else, broke both their legs, that's worse. But here's how I look at it. It doesn't mean your wrist doesn't hurt. You're still okay to be upset about your wrist. We're not really in charge of our emotions per se, just having them initially, right? That prompt that our brain gives us. We are in charge of how we regulate our emotions. And this was a mystery for me, but I think being a man, this is the most important thing, at least on earth. Loving God is number one to me. But the number one thing you can do as a man, or even as a woman, but I speak to men because I'm a man. I don't know a woman's life. I'm not going to really speak to that. But I think as a human being, the most important thing as a male is emotional regulation. That means I have a feeling, and we're talking about diet, so let's continue to talk about that. I want to lose weight. I'm getting healthy. I'm really healthy. I've improved everything. I see this big, gorgeous chocolate cake. It's oozing. And I think I hear it, actually. I think it's like, Gabe, I'm delicious. Come on. You've worked hard. You deserve a big slice of me with a big cup of coffee. And, okay, so it's okay for me to feel that way, right? That was my sexy chocolate cake voice. Come on. Tell me you're not thinking about chocolate cake right now. So it's okay for me to want the cake. as long as I just don't eat it if that's not what's on the menu and that doesn't fit in the diet. So don't beat yourself up about you want to, say you're trying to quit drinking. It doesn't matter that you want to have alcohol. It just matters if you drink it or not. Because I think some people, when I started my diet and exercise journey, let's use Oprah terminology here. When I started my journey, I was running all the time around this huge shopping center by my house. And I like to run because I hate it. Do you get what I'm saying? I like to run because it's hard, because I don't enjoy it at all, but I'm good at it because I'm like, no, F you, I'm not quitting. And I was trying to do a brain hack, and I kept telling myself, how do I get myself to like running? And I kept thinking about that for days and days and days. And then finally it hit me. I realized how immature, narcissistic, and selfish of me to think that I need to like what I'm doing. I don't need to like running. I just need to do it. And to me, that's the essence of emotional regulation. It doesn't matter how I feel. It matters what I do. And Aristotle, the great Greek philosopher, right? He said character is built through habit. So eventually you will like to be that healthy exercise person. But what we all want, and it's okay that we want it, it's just backwards the way our brains have it. What we all want is to like being disciplined, and then we'll be disciplined. We want to feel like it, and then we want to do it. That's just not how psychology works. What I found in my experience and in my research, scientific research that I've looked into, you just do it, and then eventually after enough weeks or months or years, you'll start to feel like it. So I'm going to lift weights later today. I'm still sore right here. I did chest day the other day, and oh my God, it was such a good workout. I came out of the garage all hunching and stuff, and I asked my wife, hey, guess if I had a good workout or not. And but I feel like working out today. I feel like eating right, and I love it, and I enjoy it. But at first I hated it. I'm sitting there eating healthy food, lean food, never drinking soda, and I hated it. I just wanted to shove French fries and sodas in my mouth forever. And that's what I wanted. But I didn't matter. I told myself, it doesn't matter what you want. It matters what you need to do. So any of you out there, if you have that puzzle in your head, how do I myself to like hard work or like discipline? That's a dumb question. The premise is wrong. And it was dumb when I asked it to myself. How do I get myself to like running? You don't. That's the beauty of it. It wouldn't be hard work if you liked it. So let me check on the chat again. Aristotle was Greek. Did I say Greek? What did I say? Gabe's attitude, energy, and solid advice are gold. It's gold, Jerry, gold. Let's see. Joe M. Sontag. Oh, Joe, message me. I was supposed to look at your book or something like that. I got caught up. I went to Las Vegas for a week. It was my daughter's birthday. I went to a UFC fight. But I remembered we were speaking on Facebook. So, Joe, hit me up because you wanted me to look at your book or come on your show or come on my show or something. And I haven't looked at it too close, but I need to look at it again, okay? So let's talk. Let's talk, baby. You have your people call my people. That's 1980s Gabe Hollywood guy. Chow, right? That's what they said back then. I miss New York Seltzer. I remember those as a kid. When I was in third grade, a bunch of kids had those at school, and I felt left out. Yeah, I felt left out watching all the other kids drink ginger beer. Let's see. Let's see. Tacos, gancitos. What are gancitos? Coffee and Coke. He can't quit. Punk Karma Gang. Yes, you can. It's funny because I quit smoking, no problem. I heard Jay Moore, the great comedian, who I've met in person a few times. I have a great story about my daughter, the comedian, and Jay Moore and myself. He said the problem with losing weight, because he was getting real fat like 10 years ago, and he was talking about how he was so overweight. He's in great shape now, and he's a year sober. I saw that on Instagram like 3 days ago. He said the problem with quitting alcohol is you have to, or with food, losing weight compared to quitting alcohol, is you have to eat. You don't have to get drunk. That's not part of our nature as human beings, but you have to eat. So losing weight is very difficult. But like I told you, take it one meal at a time and don't beat yourself up. Just ask yourself when you sit down to lunch today, can I skip the soda and the French fries and eat the lean meat and, eat the good fat and all that? And, do your research. All the information's out there. Say, can I do it just this meal? And the answer to that is, it's one meal. Of course I can eat healthy one meal. And here's the trick. Just string a bunch of one meals together. You can do that. I know we were talking diet and health this morning, but I don't know. I'm big into it. So, because life is so good. I'm so grateful. Even though there's hardships and things and, dealing with, had a childhood friend die recently, had a relative pass away 2-3 weeks ago. And even though those tragedies come, what we do have is amazing, and we should be grateful for it. And you know, I don't want it to end any sooner than it needs to. I love my wife. I love my kids. I love my life, man. I love making these comics and doing all this stuff, hanging out with you guys. Every moment is just a glorious blessing. You know what I'm saying? So absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah. Oh, he wasn't talking about eight ball. I thought eight ball was some weird basketball game that I hadn't heard of. He just meant eight ball playing pool. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm going to open a little bit of Aaron LaPrestige's Wreath of God. That's what I'm working on right now. I can't show you that. I only show pages of his that he's already shown. And this page I'm working on, he has not shown. So I shall be working on that over here on this screen. And you guys will keep watching that over there. That is, I think, the second or third cover to Truth, Justice, American Way. Now, I already pitched it once, but there were only like 10 people in here. So if you'll indulge me, I will do my 30-second pitch of Truth, Justice, American Way, and then I will get back to work. Okay? So just indulge me, guys, those of you that already heard it like 10, 15 minutes ago, but there are more people in here now. I want you to click the link in the chat. I want you to click the link in the description. I want you to buy this book. I want you to buy a ton of these. I want you to tell your friends, this is a great book. And I will admit, I screwed up when I launched this book because it's gorgeous art. This is better than anything the mainstream is putting out. As far as art-wise, it looks amazing, this book. But what I screwed up is I didn't tell you what it's about. I just said, this is an amazing book. It looks awesome. Buy it. That's not enough. That's just like saying, hey, you want to go to a restaurant? And then you ask me, well, what do they serve? And I said, the food's good. It's like, it might be, but like, entice me, you know, seduce me. So allow me to seduce you. That sounded exactly how it was supposed to sound. Truth, Justice, and American Way are America's sweethearts. They are the darlings of the world. They're celebrity heroes. Everyone loves them. When people think of these guys, smile as white as Texas across their face. Kids everywhere are wearing the Truth, Justice, American Way t-shirts, eating the cereal, playing the video game, playing with the action figures. These guys are all over the late night talk shows, making everybody laugh and scream with delight. You know, to say that this is one of the love affairs of celebrity culture and the regular public is an understatement. This is the love affair. They are beloved. One day, the unthinkable happens. Tragedy strikes, a vicious attack. Many lives are lost. And in the fallout, the news media starts asking questions. Did Truth, Justice, and American Way, did they do everything they could to save lives? Because it kind of looks a little funny. It kind of looks like they could have done more easily. And people start looking into past disasters and attacks and all kinds of horrible stuff that they've saved the day from. And it kind of looks like they're enjoying being celebrities a lot more than they're worried about saving lives. And maybe many lives have been lost because they're out there hot dogging it and going on talk shows and all that. And like that, we all know the media firestorm, cancel culture, Twitter, all of it explodes. They are done. The government turns on them. The military's after them. Their friends won't talk to them. Bank accounts frozen. They go underground. They have to go into hiding. They have to figure out who did this and why. And can they even trust each other when they're trying to figure out who launched this horrible attack? Well, they're going to have to, because if they don't solve this problem soon enough, if they don't expose what really happened here, a worse disaster is coming, and this time it'll cost millions of lives. That is what the first volume of Truth, Justice, American Way is about. For those of you that have been wondering, for those of you that have been saying, hey guys, this art is the best I've ever seen, but I don't know what this book is about. Why won't Gabe tell us? I heard you. I heard you. The customer's always right. That's my character who, that tone of voice. I don't know why I love doing that. It makes me laugh though. He's like this reasonable guy. I don't know what to call that guy. So let's see. Let me check on the chat. Check on the chat. Oh, I had a question. What are gancitos? Are kind of Mexican Twinkies covered? Oh, I've seen those at the tiendita. See, I'm half Mexican, so I go to tienditas, which means like a little store, a little bitty store. You have to duck to go inside and get your tortillas and get your fried pig skin, you know, get your chicharron, get your fresh salsa, get your cotija cheese, get your pollo asado. See, I know all kinds of Mexican words. My grandparents had a Mexican restaurant for 50 years, La Famosa Tortilleria. It was a tortilla factory in Greeley, Colorado, which is my hometown, and also DC Comics canon, according to Jimmy Palmiotti and Justin Gray's excellent Jonah Hex series. That's where Jonah Hex himself was born, in Greeley, Colorado, back in the 1800s. So take that, somebody. Take that, someone else who wishes they were born in the same city as fictional horror / pioneer cowboy fiction hero Jonah Hex. That's a very long, that's a very specific person, whoever that is. Let's see. My great favorite philosopher is from the movie History of the World Part One. Kiss a stand-up philosopher. Check out the movie. Want to be one of Mel Brooks' best. I just saw Blazing Saddles again, and that was hilarious. Even Gabe won't talk to them. Who won't I talk to? When people feel entitled to your hard work. Oh, what are we talking about? Is there drama? Save the drama for your mama. Gancitos are like chocodiles, except they have a strawberry flavor. Ooh, I don't like fruit with chocolate. If you bring me one of those chocolate oranges, I'll give it back to you and say, no, thank you. No, thank you, sir. And then I'll doff my cap. What does doff mean? Does that mean you put it on or does it mean to tip it? I don't really know. It sounds like Old English. Sounds like something Charles Dickens would have wrote, right? It's a Dickensian move of your hat. Spanish rice is the best. My dad used to make it all the time. Oh, you're making me hungry with the carbs here. Gancitos with Jarritos to wash it down. Diabetes cities. I was going to say, do you follow it with the insulin chaser? Jeez. Let's see. Yeah. Let's talk about our favorite little like little Debbie's, our favorite like ding dongs and chocodiles. What is my go-to? You know what? I like zingers. They're the little cakes with like the striped fudge on top or whatever. They made a vanilla zinger. Not a fan. I don't like those snowballs. I love coconut, but there's like a big mushy poof ball that I think has cream in the middle, and then it has sprinkled coconut on it, and they're pink or red. Usually they're called snowballs. Not a fan. And I do love just the regular. Oh, you know what? What they used to be good when they would fry them in beef fat is like a cherry pie or an apple pie from McDonald's. Now they fry them in that poison vegetable oil that nobody should eat. I'm not a doctor, but I'm just going to say it anyway. You should not eat seed oils. Do the research, guys. Don't eat seed oils. Don't be eating canola. Don't be eating Wesson's corn oil. Today's show brought to you by Wesson corn oil, by the way. But really, don't be eating any of that processed oil. It's one of the most dangerous things you can eat. I'm not a doctor, but I will say that, and I will stand behind it. Don't care. I don't care, guys. I just don't care anymore. But absolutely, those apple pies, when they fried them in lard, muy delicioso, muy sabroso, if I could speak Spanish with a complete American accent. Sabroso, that would mean like tasty, right? Something like that. My wife's totally fluent in Spanish. Yo hablo español, pero como un güero tonto. You know what I mean? So I always say that to Mexican and Spanish people, so they'll laugh at me. So let's see. I'm sorry. I'm looking for some reference artwork here because I have to reference something. I'm looking for a shot. I'll tell you what I'm looking for. I'm looking for an outdoor daylight shot in Wraith of God so I can match the colors of the rocks to this new page I'm working on that's also an outdoor daylight shot of this certain area. Because I don't want things to be jarring. When you work in comics, what I do is I save a tiny version of the old pages I finished. That way I can sample colors from them and the file size will be small enough to keep on screen. So I can have all kinds of different pages open. So I can copy the clothing and the hair and the texture of the rocks or the buildings and make sure it stays consistent from scene to scene. That's just me being a pro, guys. So let's see. Hostess Devil Food Cupcakes. Oh, that's a good one. Are you going to work with young Ripa 55 again? You mean? I already did a near 100-page comic with him. You guys just don't even know you don't even know what it is. It's done, and you don't even know. Let's see. Punk Karma Geek. The struggle is real. Don't know. Coconut oil, better for you. Yeah. Real oils, olive oil, of course, is like the best for you health-wise. Animal fats are good. I'm not a doctor, but I'm just going to say it. Love chocolate orange, but don't eat sweets regularly. So I have one for like 6 months after every Christmas. I don't like sweets either. I don't have a sweet tooth. My problem with carbs, my favorite dish in the world is meat, chicken or beef or whatever, or turkey. I don't like fish. And then meat with gravy. So chicken, beef, turkey, whatever, with gravy on top of a mountain. Let me move these things out of the way so you can see my gesture here. A mountain of carbohydrates. If you gave me a pile of potatoes this big and then put some chicken on it and then covered gravy on it, oh, on Thanksgiving, I have a plate of stuffing and gravy and then just a little bit of turkey. My problem with carbs is the savory ones. My mouth is watering right now. I'm not even kidding. I love rice. I love rice so much. My best friend is Filipino. I'm an honorary Filipino, and they always have the big the big rice cooker out. Every day they have the rice cooker out on the counter. One of his chores, my best friend, when we got home, starting when I met him in 4th grade, is he had to have the rice made before his mom got home from work, his mom and dad. So I love savory carbs. Sweets, you give me a taste, a sip of coffee, whatever, I'm good. I don't like a lot of sweets. I do like chocolates, like chocolate-covered macadamias, but if you just give me like a big slice of cake or a bunch of ding-dongs or ho-hos, I'm good with one. You know, I don't need too many of those. Sweets are not my downfall. My downfall when it came to carbs was soda, which is a sweet, so I'm contradicting myself, but it was the pile of carbs. I could eat a pot of rice if you had enough gravy and meat for it. So, yeah, so I had to cut that out of my diet. Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Young butternut coming off the top rope with some serious information. 100 years ago, vegetable and seed oils were exclusively used as industrial lubricants. Well, I am a machine, but I'm not that kind of machine. I don't want to be lubricated with axle grease. Thank you. Jeez. True. That's why French fries aren't the same. Yeah, I think the French fries would be A, tastier, and B, healthier if they used beef fat. AR is a stoner, so obligated to state that the obvious choice of cosmic brownie. My son loved those when he was in middle school. Oh, jeez. Mike Kelly. Oh, this is the great Mike Kelly. He and I do this Bruce Lee comic and a Ronald, what's his name? The Tao of, what was the guy's name? I want to say Ron Brown, and that's not. That was the Clinton advisor who died in the plane crash in Europe. Mike, what do we do? What's the name of our book? The Tao of what? Anyway, we do these martial arts ones based on the Tao of Ron Hall. Sorry, I had Ron Brown stuck in my head. Mike Kelly is awesome. Check him out on Facebook. I've been working on Bruce Lee comics with him and Ron Hall comics. Mike, when are we starting our next book? Because I'm excited. You know what I mean? I'm very excited to work on it. Punk Karma Geek says, your Spanish sounds better than my English. Well, there you go. Beavis and Butthead know Spanish. Run for the board. Taco Bell. LOL, nice. Son of Liberty Radio. What's up, Gabe? What's up with you, buddy? It's good to see you again. I love that you're always around here. You just confirmed that you colored the first Rip Reverse book. Epic. Yeah, I did. Everyone's talking about it. People have been questioning me. The paparazzi's been outside of my house. They're like, Gabe, did you work on the Rip Reverse book? And I'm like, hey, what do you want me to say? Of course I did. Let me move this video forward a little bit because you guys are just staring at me render this arm, and I don't know why it went back. But this is what you're watching over here is in real time, me color this American way. It's the whole cover. This is a 2-hour and something video. I just thought I'd have it on the background while you guys were watching. Yes, I've worked on the Rip Reverse book. I'm not allowed to say anything of it. But if you like this video that you're watching, I made other videos of some Rip Reverse stuff. Not that many. I didn't think about doing it till near the end of the book, but I video recorded myself. I screen recorded myself working on some Rip Reverse stuff that looks awesome. That's my Long Island accent, by the way. Awesome. Hey, listen, New Yorkers, I love you. There's nothing in the water. There's nothing in the water. It doesn't make your bagels or pizza better. That's not scientific. And just so you know, we love you. The rest of America loves you, New York. You're awesome. But we laugh. We laugh when you say the water makes the pizza better. It doesn't. What makes the pizza better is the decades and decades and decades of experience you people have making it. I watched I think it was on YouTube, a special. It was like an hour and 40-minute special about the history of pizza in America and how it basically came from New Haven, Connecticut. There's a place called Frank Pepe's, and I have to eat there. My buddy, John Mangini. Hold on, let me get a drink. I've been talking a lot. Who, me? Talking a lot? My buddy, John Mangini, he's from Connecticut, and he opened a place here in San Diego called Basic, and he has 4 or 5 of them. It's Urban Kitchen or Basic Kitchen, and it's New Haven style pizza, which is this amazing misshapen charred pizza, and they cut it all in weird shapes, and it's just so good. It's like thin crust, but it's slightly different, and I think New Haven thin is probably the best kind of pizza. New York thin crust is probably right up there. Same quality. I love thin pizza. I don't like that mess you guys do in Chicago. Sorry, that ain't pizza. That's a casserole. But New Haven style pizza is freaking amazing, and we have it here in San Diego, believe it or not. And believe this or not, every San Diego Comic-Con, starting 9 years ago, but we skipped the last 2 because there was no Comic-Con. At my friend's restaurant called Bar Basic, it's on 10th and J, right next to the San Diego Padres baseball stadium, really right next to it. So it's right next to the Comic-Con. I have Gabe Eltabe's comic book kickoff on the first night of Comic-Con, I think Tuesday night or Wednesday preview night, I don't know. And me and Todd Knock and Carlos Danda and Jim Calafiore, a bunch of my industry buddies, we go there, we sell original drawings and sketches, and we give away all kinds of books and Funko Pops and all kinds of comic book swag. And people, you donate money to get raffle tickets to win these things, and all the money goes to the Hero Initiative. So I've been doing that for about 9 years or so. And it's at my buddy's New Haven, Connecticut pizza joint, and it's really fun. I'm going to have that event again this year at Comic-Con. Everyone who watches this is invited. You come on down, you donate some money. For $20, you get an arm's length of raffle tickets. You can't see it on the camera here. It's too dark. But, you know, and my wingspan 7 feet. Pretend this is a wingspan for someone really short. $20, you get an arm's length of raffle tickets. Put them in the jars of what you want to win in front of all the different stuff. We have all kinds of things you can win. And then all that money goes to Hero Initiative. But it's such a fun night, and it's a great way to kick off Comic-Con. But I did that for 7 years in a row, and then the last 2 we didn't do it because of COVID shutting everything down. But I'll be back at San Diego Comic-Con. Oh, I'll be back, and I am back. I'll be back at Comic-Con this year, and I hope to see many of you there. Let's see. Gabe is correct. Thank you. Tell my wife. It's like a small taco joint in LA I used to go. What made it great was the grandmother in the back making the tacos. Years of experience. Absolument. And he's saying what makes the New York pizza great is the experience. There's nothing in the water. I remember a girl in high school telling me she could do a New York accent. And then she proceeded to say to me, I need a quarter for some water for my daughter's dog. And I thought it was very funny. Of course, I was 17, and she was kind of cute. So I think when a girl's cute, you laugh a little harder, you know? You laugh a little harder, you know? You're like, hey, that was really funny, you know? So, I don't know what this comment means. Sorry. Lox is a very New York topping for a bagel. No lox in this house. I don't like seafood. That guy reminds me of DC's Metal Man. He's like them, only he could kill all of them in one punch. He's much stronger. My characters, American Way, he wouldn't even fight Superman. He just raised one eyebrow at him like The Rock when The Rock was in that wrestling program called Raw or whatever it's called. And Superman would run away crying, especially the new Superman. Ooh. And Wonder Woman could not stand up to truth. Wonder Woman she would just get her butt beat by ours. And then, of course, Batman would run away screaming and crying, peeing his little bat pants back to the Batcave if he had to face justice. My characters are way better, way more fun, way more exciting. One of my favorite LA Mexican restaurants had a grandma making fresh tortillas and greeting you right as you walk in. Oh my God, guys. La Famosa Tortilleria. It was my grandparents' restaurant, 1954 to 1994. I don't think I've had a good tamale since. Do you know what it was like to be 4 years old and in the kitchen of a Mexican restaurant? And you just had free reign to run around and eat whatever you wanted. It was something, I'll tell you. It was something. It was actually very amazing. And I remember I would go up to the soda machine, both hands. I told you guys this before. Fill up all the different flavors, like a zombie, you know, all the flavors of soda. I wouldn't drink it, though. I go into the back parking lot and throw it on the ground, the soda, because I liked the way the soda went and spread out. I thought it looked like Spider-Man's web. So I would throw the soda on the ground and go, Spider-Man, nobody knows who you are. That's what I would do. I was all alone. My brother was in kindergarten. My parents were working. My grandparents were working in the restaurant. So I had to watch myself with a Mexican kitchen and a soda machine. It was like being Willy Wonka Jr. Because like Willy Wonka, right, he has unlimited candy at his disposal. I had unlimited fresh homemade Mexican food at my disposal. That's why I grew into such a strong, tall man, 6'4". I'm every inch of it, baby. Let's see. Oh no, Barrett X. He's 23 and never been on a second date. All right, Barrett. We got to get you some help here. I don't know though. I've been married for over 25 years. I never had problems talking to women. You know, you guys see I can talk a lot. Pretty funny, very handsome, very tall. Maybe it's not you. Maybe it's them. But I want to believe that you can get to that second date. I want to believe it. Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, best cartoon. So you keep a morgue file too of all your. Oh yeah, I keep everything I've ever done. When I started at Wildstorm in 2008, I have all of it. I have all of my work, and lately the last few months I've been doing screen recordings of my coloring, so I can do this very thing here. so I don't have to have a blank screen on in the background. Past Master Dan and humble. Hey, I don't like to call myself a hero, but if it's true, it's true. It's not bragging if it's true. Goat milk or cow milk, Gabe. Kids raised on goat milk tend to be even bigger than cow milk. Kids who are pretty big. Me and my brother could go through a gallon of milk about in a day and a half growing up. And my brother is one of those naturally strong people. You know the kind of guys you touch them and they feel just like solid meat, like just. And my dad's that way. I work for what I have. I lift weights. You know what I mean? But my brother, my dad, they're those guys that just they got. You just look at like their calves. You look at that. My dad's 73, and I was at his house in September. He had his shirt off, and you could see the deltoid tucking into the triceps and all that, like you're seeing in the drawing right there. You could see the big triangle, the deltoid, the shoulder muscle. And I was just looking at my dad like, gosh, damn. And yeah, he's always naturally been really tough, my dad. And my brother, too, my older brother. But they're more compact. I have very long limbs. I have, again, I'm 6'4", but you can't see it. But my wingspan is 7 feet. So I have super, super long gorilla arms. But my brother and dad have those more compact, like weightlifter arms and stuff like that. It's just genetics. A family of Hulks. Yeah, my daughter, Minnie, she's 5'10". Very close to it, maybe 5'9.5". She's very tall. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Oh, not talking to me. Sorry. Have you seen that camel milk is a thing? In Julian, which is a pioneer gold rush town about an hour from my house in the mountains here in California. California's geography is pretty amazing. I live by the ocean, very close to the ocean. I like to joke, I could throw a rock from my house and hit the ocean. I could. Now, I would have to throw the rock 3 miles, but I could hit the ocean nonetheless. But if I drive an hour that way, I'll be in the mountains, a pioneer town with a gold smashing thing. And there's a gold mines. I've been in the gold mine in Julian. It's pretty amazing. And what was I going to say about I saw a place that has camels on the way out to Julian, and they sold camel milk and everything. So pretty interesting. How did Minnie do last night? She killed. She's getting invited to like professional shows now. She's been doing open mics 6 nights a week, like 2 mics a night since like December. She's 25. She started stand-up when she was 16. She quit doing it for like the last 3 years. She just tried all kinds of other things. And then she's gotten back into it. She had a horrible breakup in November, like the worst I've ever seen. And it inspired her to start writing and making fun of the young man. And I told her, honey, no more losers, please. No more losers, please. Yes, sir. Camel milk is a thing. It's a staple in those regions of the world. Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates. I know what you meant. And those areas where it's pretty much more plentiful than cow's milk or goat's milk. Yes, yes. I think Middle Eastern people, such as myself, we have the lowest lactose intolerance in the world. And I think the second after that is Europeans. And then I know that in the Asian population, it's very high being lactose intolerant. But no, my people, you know, Arabs, it's all goat and sheep herders and stuff like that. So yeah, a lot of milk going on. Let's see. I can hit the Gulf of Mexico with a rock, but I'd have to throw it about half a mile. Ooh, Son of Liberty Radio. Nice. I drove by the Gulf of Mexico, my first time driving from San Diego to Disney World this last November, as I have told you guys many times. The South is beautiful, guys. I was ready to hate it. I had heard all the jokes and the stereotypes and a bunch of rednecks and blah, 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 blah. And no, wrong. Wrong. South is amazing. South is amazing. So absolutely. Absolutely. So I hope you guys are enjoying watching this video. Asians don't have the digestive enzymes to break down milk. I've heard that many in their population do not have that. So yeah, my best friend, he's lactose intolerant, not severely, but we'll have ice cream, and then then he'll say he's got a rumbly in his tummy afterwards, as they say. So yeah. Mediterranean peoples in general are lactose intolerant? No, I thought it was the reverse. I thought the Mediterraneans, the Arabs, all of us, we have all the goats and the sheep and the camels. That's what I've always heard. I don't know. That's what I've heard. Pedro Ong, hail Gabe, hail chat. Julian has awesome apple pie. That's what, yeah. Julian is a gold rush town from like the 1860s, like right in those gorgeous, amazing American pioneer days. And they're known for the apples and their apple cider. It's a great little tourist town. If you're ever in San Diego, if you were coming to San Diego for just a few days, here's what I would want you to check out. I want you to check out the Gaslamp Quarter. That's our cool downtown. San Diego Padres, San Diego Comic-Con is right, the building is right there, the convention center. We have a great downtown, the Gaslamp. It's a couple blocks square, not a square, but you know what I mean. Then I would want you to check out La Jolla and Mission Beach. Remember the Beach Boys song? All over La Jolla and Waimea Bay. They're singing about La Jolla right by my house. And La Jolla is one of the most gorgeous beaches in America. And it is the richest part of San Diego. The entire town of San Diego is basically rich. Everything. The average home here, I saw in the news last week, is $843,000, what they said. That's an average home. That's like a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Is over 800 and something. And La Jolla is the rich part of San Diego, not the average. La Jolla, we're talking, there's mansions up there, millions. I saw one, it was like $28 million mansion up there. I was just looking at La Jolla. But the beach there is amazing. So I'd want you to go to Gaslamp. I'd want you to go to, why did it all turn black? Did I skip part of the video? I'll just jump it ahead. What the hell is going on here? Okay. I don't know why it turned black. I'm working on the clouds there. Yeah, that's a little tedious, but the reward is fun when you're working on stuff like that. I'd want you to go to the Gaslamp. I'd want you to go to La Jolla. I'd want you to go to the world famous San Diego Zoo. It is the best zoo in the world. I would want you to go to the Wild Animal Park, which is an annex about 20 miles north. And imagine it like they got hundreds and hundreds of acres. So the animals there could be like they're on the savannah. And what you can do is you can get in a safari truck. You can pay some money and drive around in this huge safari. There's a free version of it, but there's a paid version where you can go right up and feed the giraffes vegetables and stuff. And Disney World in Florida at the Animal Kingdom, they have a great safari ride too. I was really impressed with that. And that's saying something, being in San Diego and having the Wild Animal Park. Oh, it's not called the Wild Animal Park anymore. It's called the Safari Park. That's stupid. What else would I want you to see? So the zoo, Safari Park, two of the same thing. They're 20 miles apart, but it's the same people running it. The Gaslamp, La Jolla, and I want you to go up to Julian, to our mountains. That's what's amazing here. You could be at the beach, and then you could go skiing on the same day. You could. You go surfing in the winter, waves are bigger, but it's freezing. And then you could drive up to Julian and have a snowball fight an hour later. It's pretty cool. What else would I want you to do? The best taco shop in the world that I've ever been to, and my grandparents had a Mexican restaurant 50 years. I know what I'm talking about. Is, should I say this? I don't want this place to get popular. I'm going to say it, guys. It's Mi Rancho Market in Escondido, the Dollar Street Tacos. Why did I say it in public? Oh my gosh. And right next door, like 15 feet away, is Peterson's Donuts. It's been there for like 40 years. One of the greatest donut places I've ever been to. Where else would I want you to go if you visited San Diego? I would want you to go. The beaches are just so amazing. Once you hit La Jolla and you're just going north, you can go to Del Mar and Encinitas and all these places. And it's just gorgeous. It's a lot of wealth, but they're just gorgeous places. And what else is great about San Diego? I don't know. San Diego's got this charm to it where it's a big city, 1.5 million people, 3 million in the county, but it doesn't feel like a big city. It feels like a big, small city. Oh, I'd want you to head down to right next to the Gaslamp, and then you go west. You go to the Seaport Village and all that. It's a little touristy place. But right next to it is the USS Midway battleship. From like the 50s. This thing, it's like 70 years old. And if you've never been on a real aircraft carrier battleship, oh my gosh, it's a floating city. I went on a tour of it. It was just outstanding. So you should check that out. What else is gorgeous here? I don't know. The city itself is just gorgeous. Down by the zoo, we have Balboa Park. And we have like a Air and Space Museum. We have an automotive museum. It's a great city. Please visit. Do not move here. I don't want my city getting crowded. Please come and visit, though. You will love it here. Let me check on the chat really quick. Let's see. El Rey del Tacos. Great stuff. I wonder where you are, though. Because Angela Curry, what's up with you? Let's see. We used to go to Bolsa Chica Beach in Orange County. I've never been there. That means little purse, little bag. I live an hour north of Mexico. I trip over taco places everywhere I go. An hour north of Mexico. I live like 20, 25 miles from the Mexican border. Hey, Literature Devil. He's there. He's got a great channel. He has best chat. I think your chat is hilarious, Literature Devil. How they mean to me on there. That was very funny. It is in my explore list now if I'm ever in California away. Okay. Nice. Let's see. Greetings and salutations. I haven't been to LA in over 15 years. I promise not to tell any of my people there about those tacos, though. Oh, this is Escondido, which is the north end of San Diego. San Diego is huge. Yeah, it is huge, San Diego County. It's gorgeous. It's such a wonderful place to live. I feel so lucky to live here. And a great thing, and I don't want to get too political, but a great thing about California, about San Diego, it doesn't have the, I'll be political for just 10 seconds, then I'll jump out. It doesn't have the insane far left government that Los Angeles and the Bay Area have. We don't have it here. This is a military town. It has the most military population of any place in America. It's like over a quarter of the people here are either Navy or Marines or whatever. So it's a great place to live. It really is. Let's see. Oh, I feel sorry for GK1. Not many Mexican restaurants around me. Tons of Indian and Greek places. I love Greek food. My buddies used to run a Mexican fusion place called Chingaros. Uh-oh, that's a sort of naughty word. That was fantastic. Drank for free for about 2 years until they shut down. Good times. San Diego was a conservative bastion for decades. It still is. It still is. As an ex-Angelian, I just refer to the whole mess as LA. Oh, no. How dare you? We are nothing like Los Angeles. And there is a gap between San Diego and LA where nobody lives. It's Camp Pendleton. It's basically where they send all the Marines. They do a lot of simulated war fighting. And once you hit Oceanside, which is the north end of San Diego, you just get into like wilderness, and then there's a base there on the coast. It's actually on the beach and all that. And then probably they have a bunch of stuff going inland there. And then you get up to San Onofre, which is hilarious. I want you guys to look up San Onofre nuclear power plant. Everyone here calls it the Dolly Parton Memorial. I will not show it. I will just leave it at that. San Onofre nuclear power plant in California, Southern California. It's the Dolly Parton Memorial. Everyone makes this joke since I was a little kid. So his family is Navy, and many live in San Diego. Yeah, here Navy is just, everyone in San Diego is Navy pretty much. My father-in-law, my pseudo grandfather-in-law, yeah, just tons of my family, my best friend, all my Filipino buddies. That's why there's so many Filipinos here, because I think in the 70s they had some sort of program with the United States where if you were a Filipino citizen and you joined the United States Navy, you could get your citizenship and then eventually sponsor your family here. So we have a ton of Filipinos, salt of the earth people. What a culture. I love their culture because they're so family oriented. I absolutely love it. So, oh, see, this guy knows about the nuclear boobies. Yeah. Okay. So everyone knows about the Dolly Parton Memorial. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Well, I hope you guys are enjoying watching that color there. I hope it gives you a little bit of an understanding. We call it San Onofre Las Chichis. Yeah, right. Yeah. No, you have to just Google it. San Onofre nuclear power plant. You know what? It's just a building. I can show you guys. Watch. San Onofre nuclear generating station. This is San Onofre. Okay, here we go. Now, I have questions. So I'm an engineer. I design buildings. Let me pause this really quick. I design all kinds of things for the government. And I'm at my engineering drafting table. I figured this thing was built in the 60s. And I bring my boss this. I bring my boss a diagram of this nuclear power plant. Now, was I just goofing off when I drew this thing? Because I think so. I think this guy drew this as a joke, and then it got through. His boss didn't, it like went over his boss's head or something like that. I think because I mean you driving, you're facing south right now. So this is about, I don't know, 40 minutes from 40 minutes from my house, depending on traffic north. That is the San Onofre nuclear power plant, also known as the Dolly Parton Memorial. Everyone here loves the joke. I learned the joke when I was about 8, and and I'm 43, and the joke has not gotten old. But yeah. I think was this guy's last day at work or something? Or was he angry at his boss? Or was he just hadn't been on a date in a long time? I don't know. But this is a nuclear power plant right there, San Onofre. And you can go camping at San Onofre State Beach. Not right next to the nuclear power plant, obviously, but it's not far away. The designers did that on purpose, like EVS putting the word sex in his book. That's hilarious. Yeah. So every time I see this, I think it was on purpose. And to the man who laid this out, or the team of men, because this was men. This is the handiwork of men. I know it when I see it, guys. Bravo, good sirs. Bravo indeed. All right, so we'll take that off the screen now. Oh no, wrong one. Yeah. So we salute you, Dolly Parton. That has been the joke, at least since I was a little kid in the 80s. And when you drive from San Diego to Disneyland, that's what you get to see in the morning. Give this man a raise, boss. The boss says he's already got one. Supervisor, I love it. Punk Carnegie, I live in Tijuana, so yeah, whenever we go to LA, we take a good look at those chichis. That is hilarious. He never got that second date. Oh, nice callback. Is there a motorboat in that picture? You guys, come on. Come on. This is good stuff. This is good. Yeah. Yeah. Very, very good. Here's to you, Mr. Power. Yeah. If you got something you're drinking, it's a little early for booze, guys. I do just drink water and coffee. But hail, San Onofre nuclear power plant. Let's get a toast to that in. Oh, goodness, that was funny. Well, it's almost noon, so I'm going to go for a walk and get some exercise in. Like I claim my exercise. I'm going to go for a walk because it's almost noon. And let me hit play on this so it's just going while I'm talking here. But I want to thank you guys all for coming in. I will pitch you on Truth, Justice, American Way one more time. Bear with me if you've already heard it. I like to pitch it every half hour or so because I made a mistake when I launched this book. I showed you guys some of the best comic book art you've ever seen, and then I told you this was an exciting comic book. Now, the major problem in that is you don't tell, you show. Gabe, show, don't tell. So I told you it was cool, but I didn't show you. So let me show you with this pitch why this is amazing comic book. Already, you know the art is amazing. You know that. But here's what the story's about. Everyone wants to know, what is the story about? Gabe, you didn't tell us. So I want you to click on the link in the description and click on the link in the chat and go buy this book. Tell all your friends. Here's what the story's about to get you a little hungry for this book. You're gonna want this. Truth, Justice, American Way are the world's greatest heroes. Everybody loves them. They're celebrity heroes. People just hearts in their eyes, smiles wide as Texas when they see these guys. Kids everywhere wearing the t-shirt, playing with the action figures, eating the cereal, playing the video game. They're so beloved. They're on the late night talk shows, making everybody laugh and scream with delight. To say this is like one of the great love affairs between celebrity and the public is putting it lightly. Just beloved beyond belief. One day, the unthinkable happens. Absolute disaster and tragedy strikes. Many lives are lost. In the fallout, the news starts asking questions. Did they do everything they could to prevent that, to save as many lives as possible? Because it kind of looks a little funny. And their past starts getting looked into. And there's other disasters and other attacks. And people start coming to a conclusion, true or not. Hey, these guys are just hot dogging it. They're just enjoying being celebrities. They're not doing everything they can to save lives. They're just doing this for their own glory. And like that, we know how cancel culture, social media firestorm explodes. Everyone turns on them like that. Government's after them. Military's after them. Their friends won't talk to them. Their bank accounts are frozen. They're being hunted, guys. They have to go on the run. They have to go underground. And they have to figure out who did this horrible attack and why. Can they even trust each other while they're trying to find the truth here? Well, they better hurry up and figure it out, because if they don't, another disaster is coming. And this time it's going to cost millions of lives. That is what the first volume of Truth, Justice, American Way is all about. So I want you guys to check that out. I hope that gets you all nice and hungry for this book. It's the work of it's really from the heart, from David and I, and Gary too, our great inker. This is coming from the heart to entertain you guys and to give you back what was taken from you. You know what I mean? That's what one of the main things we're doing here. We're giving you back what was taken away from you. So please click the link. It's in the chat. It's in the description. Go buy this book. Buy 100 copies. Tell all your friends. And I will talk to you guys. I'm going to be on someone's show tonight. I forgot who. I think it was Dojo Kun. And then I'm also doing Double Impact with Shamp. So I'll be back. And I will talk to you guys later. All right. Adios.